by the way.
Thank you.
And I think this is the first of its kind. I've been at it for 20 years now. I've not seen anything like this.
Thank you.
So I love it. I've
Thank
attended
you.
these block parties and many other, and I always used to wonder, like, why don't our town has it? So we have it now.
Yes, we have it now.
Tell us more. How did you come up, and what was the whole thought process behind it?
Sure. So my name is Julie Pierce. I'm the new Economic Development Director for the town of Acton. And one of the things that was really important to me as I started my position was just listening, talking to business owners, hearing what their concerns are, what their barriers are. And when I was talking to the business owners in this area, a lot of them were worried about the upcoming construction project and worried that people would forget that they're here. So I started thinking, what could I do as Economic Development Director? And I said, okay, you know what? Let's have a block party. Let's remind the community what's here in Acton, all the great shops, all the great community groups. Let's come together, have something positive in anticipation of the construction project. And I understand construction, people don't get excited about interruptions to their travels, but it's going to be a good result in the end. It's going to be safer. It's going to be more walkable. And so it'll be yet another thing that's great about Acton. So I just wanted to really emphasize, come out and shop. Go in these stores here. We had so many sponsors and supporters, from the Phillips gas station on the corner to the paper store. Roche Brothers is a huge supporter. All these folks around here, Sorrento, Santa Fe Burrito, Dunkin' Donuts, which is owned locally. I can't even name all of them. But it's truly been a community effort. I've been really supported by the Recreation Department, especially Maura Haberman. And then I also have a senior worker who helps me. Her name is Karen Herther. She's been amazing. And lots of other volunteers too. So I just want to say, Acton is a great town and a great place to live. It's a great place to have a business. And a great place to have a business, it's a great place to live. So we're all connected. We're all in a circle. So we all got to support each other.
Right. Do you have plans on doing it next year?
So right now we're going to wait and see how the construction gets started.
Okay.
But overall, I have a lot of ideas for different events in Acton, and just looking at ways of, for example, I have a public art program. You can see the first community mural was unveiled today on the other side of where Not Your Average Joe's.
I actually want to go and capture that as well.
Capture that.
Yes.
So I'm working on doing things to bring public art and beautification to the different commercial areas in town, to again galvanize the public, galvanize positivity, and bring people in to shop. We have great businesses all around town.
So will this be open if you decide to do it further? Will this be open to other businesses in the town, or is it only restricted to the Kelley's area?
If whatever we do, it'll be open to whoever. I know that a lot of times if you have an event in a specific area, of course, those businesses are more apt to, but anybody, whatever I do, anybody can participate. Yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about the new construction project. Where exactly, and what are the plans?
So it's going to be focused at this intersection. So Kelley's Corner is the intersection of Main Street and Mass Ave. They're going to be widening the street a little bit, adding bike lanes. They're going to add a signal right here at the end of Community Lane, and some more bike lanes closer to the highway. They're going to move utility poles out of the sidewalks to make that smoother. So overall, just the goal is safer, more pedestrian and cyclist friendly.
We need that for the schools also.
Exactly. All the kids come over. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then will it add more businesses here?
So the construction project itself won't add more businesses, but we hope that by the time everything's done, it'll just make the area that much more inviting
for the businesses
and attractive
to come by.
Exactly.
Okay, exactly. Yeah. How did you feel the turnover was? And
I think the turnout was great. I even had people reaching out to me saying, "Hey, I want to be involved." So I think the turnout was great. I'm so impressed. All the fun activities that folks pulled together, I'm really pleased.
We just did a groundbreaking of the $20 million project that's going to transform Kelley's Corner.
Wow.
So that's part of today, and then really trying to better focus on connecting different neighborhoods, making it more pedestrian and bicycle friendly, and how can we better connect all the businesses here.
Yeah, I'm Dan Siena, and I'm the state representative for the 37th Middlesex District. That includes the town of Acton, Boxborough, Harvard, Ayer, Shirley, and now moving to next year, Groton. And you know, I'm glad to be here today for the groundbreaking for the Kelley's Corner car show, because I think that's going to make our road safer, not only for the cars but also pedestrians, and bring some more economic development to this.
Tell us more.
We're loving it. The energy is great. It's hot out here, but everyone is excited to be back in person and saying hi.
It's been really good. It's been a chance to meet a lot of people, a lot of kids, and parents too. And so we're showing off our model planes and drones and stuff that we like to fly. And we're enjoying being out in the sun, I guess.
Would you like to introduce yourself and what you do?
Sure. My name is Meg Majors-Nichols, and I'm a muralist and sign painter, and I'm from Acton, Mass.
So you created the great mural right behind us. Would you like to explain the process and maybe some of the difficulties you had when creating the mural?
Sure. Yeah. So the mural behind us, it is basically a postcard of Acton. I came up with, from growing up here, I came up with kind of like my favorite places and memories and things like that, and incorporated them into the lettering because I paint signs, so I really love painting letters, so I had to somehow incorporate that. It was challenging, basically because the wall was high and the design ended up being about 4 times bigger than originally planned. But I was up for the challenge, and I love freehanding, so a lot of it was literally just drawing boxes and then making the letter shapes from there, and then once the letters were built, you know, just redrawing the designs to scale inside the letters. But we had a lot of volunteers. I think we had about 15 volunteers that helped get all the color block down, and the town provided some scaffolding, which was helpful. So, yeah, took about 8 days, I think, total.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you have like a favorite letter? Because I noticed like each letter is really different. My personal favorite is the O, just because of
the dinosaur. Yeah. I actually really like the A, just because it's nice and simple. But I probably the C. I mean, yeah, the C, because I love the flowers, and a local artist named Dia, she painted the butterfly, and she did a really great job on that. So I like that one too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for the interview.
No problem. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Just tell us more.
We're loving it. The energy is great. It's hot out here, but everyone is excited to be back in person and saying hi. And we have a brand new volunteer site that we're telling everyone about, myabuw.org, so you can find out about opportunities from all different organizations around town. And so that's fun to be sharing about. And we're doing a chalk project, so there's just a lot going on, and it's so fun to be back out with the community.
Tell us more about this ABUW.
Yeah, so
What
it's
exactly it is.
our volunteer central. It's a single site. It's like volunteer match, but only for Acton and Blacksburg.
Okay.
And so there's all sorts of different organizations who have plugged their opportunities in, and you can go and search by date or age or what you want to do. Okay. There's all sorts of opportunities to give back to the community.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, hi. We just talked to the United Way, and so we just wanted to see what exactly you guys are doing here, and how do you like today event going on, and are you enjoying it? Being back after like 2 years.
Yeah, so the Welcome Initiative is a joint initiative between the AB United Way and the AB Racial Justice Collaborative. And what we do is we welcome people who have moved to town, to Acton and Boxborough. And so we have greeters, and we can always use more. We hope to have greeters in every single street and neighborhood of Acton and Boxborough, in every apartment building. And when we know new people moved in, we give them such welcome bags with our website, bit.ly/ab-welcome, with lots of resources for new people and lots of other useful information. And it's just nice to connect existing people with new people, so they can get to know each other, they feel welcomed, and they know where to go when they have a question.
Fantastic. Nice to meet you. So how do you feel about this? Tell us a little bit more about what Acton Community Park is.
Oh, sure. Hi, my name is Kathy Fochman. I'm leading the Friends of the Acton Community Dog Park. and the dog park committee for Acton is here as well. We work together to develop plans for a new dog park in Acton, which is just going to be north of Kelley's Corner. We're projecting it'll take 1 to 2 years, but the process is well underway. The Friends of the Acton Community Dog Park are here selling dog balloons, walking dog balloons, and it's a big hit. The kids love it.
I have seen almost practically with all kids having a dog balloon there.
So yeah, we raise money for the town of Acton, and we donate everything we make and give it to the town. They have a gift fund set aside for the dog park. So the good news is that the town applied for a big grant through the Stanton Foundation. So we have money to design the park.
Awesome.
And once it's designed, we can apply for a construction grant through the Stanton Foundation. And you know, there's every expectation that we should be able to qualify for that.
Okay.
So the Friends of the Acton Dog Park want to help supplement the cost of doing that for any costs that won't be covered by the grant. Things like hooking up water or park amenities.
So how do you feel the crowd here to be?
Oh, the crowd has been wonderful today. We're just so happy. I think everyone's probably thrilled to have a festival type of occasion, to be out and about again with people and see people we know and meet new people. It's wonderful. It's just wonderful. Really appreciate that the town, the Economic Development Committee, and everyone, the businesses, came together and put this together. The Chamber of Commerce. And I know the hardworking Acton Recreation Department was also involved too. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your time. So how do you feel being here today after almost 2 years of pandemic and this being the first ever Acton Dog Party? How do you feel?
Oh, wonderful. It's great to see people again. You know, you can only put up with so much Zoom.
Yes.
At some point you have to have physical face-to-face contact. And have a mask with you just in case.
I totally understand. It's like, yeah, that was getting too boring and too strenuous.
Yeah, we're still not out of it yet, so be careful.
We're still not over, yes, yes. So tell us about your organization and what you do.
Well, Rotary is service above self, but ultimately the goal, the Rotary started in 1905, ultimately the overall goal is world peace. And then there are several things you have to do to get to that point. So it's going to be decades or maybe centuries before we get there, but you got to start somewhere.
So what exactly, how you are helping in this area, this community?
Well, basically, all Rotary clubs serve the area that they live in. Ours is Acton Boxborough. We do a lot of different things for youth, for elderly people, and for domestic violence reduction. So that's at a local level. At a higher level, Rotary International is in 200 countries now, and it's worldwide. And its major project is the eradication of polio, which we started in the 1980s by starting to give inoculations. We have since partnered with a whole bunch of other people, including the Bill Gates Foundation, and at this point, Bill Gates matches every dollar that Rotary raises with $2 from the Gates Foundation. Right now, there are only 3 countries in the world that have endemic polio, including Afghanistan and Pakistan.
I think it's Nepal.
Nepal. It's all in that same general area.
Unfortunately, there are a lot of anti-vaxxers starting up in the United States, so hopefully we don't get added to that list of the
But at any rate, people, we keep saying we're that close to ending polio. We reduced polio by 99.9% since it started in around 1980.
And then there's the other thing called post-polio syndrome, so that people who have polio, it's not an easy life, and they have other medical issues, and so Rotary is starting to address that as well. So we have just this district that we're in, within about the last year and 2 months, we started up a new club called World Disability Advocacy. and that's an example of a disability. And it's not all the people who belong to it aren't disabled, but they have a passion for helping people with disabilities. And so that's one of the features. What's one of the focus areas is
Rotary
post-polio.
Rotary was established to do good in the world.
Yes, yes, of course.
That's the theme for Rotary, and the Rotary Foundation has $2.5 billion.
Yeah, they have about $2 billion
now.
in assets. Yeah.
And they sponsor programs throughout the world for clean water, for medical help, for schools, places that don't have schools, and just they're a worldwide organization that function locally, regionally, and internationally.
So, for example, one of the
Rotary
things.
is a big organization.
Yeah.
I know it since I was a child,
Right.
so of course it is.
So you know about the international grant
Yes,
you can do,
yes,
and
I
that
know.
builds international cooperation, which is part of the peace thing.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you so
Good
much.
luck.
Thank you.
Yeah.